it drove the opioid crisis. All those guys on fentanyl and all the opiates in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania and Vancouver, all those people got addicted to opiates. How do they get addicted to opiates?
Post-surgery.
Post surgery. And the commonest operation,
Yeah,
wisdom teeth.
third molars. Sure.
And we know that story of how endone or oxycodone became the addictive drug for all these young people is because they were given over prescriptions for their wisdom teeth surgery. That was the big driver for it.
Really?
It's a terrible story.
Mm.
You know that how pharma was allowed to um, falsely represent the dosage and effectiveness of that very highly addictive narcotic, and now we're stuck globally. Throughout Europe and North America and South America, we're globally stuck with the opioid epidemic that all started because you had corporates that knew how to make a profit from a drug that they didn't have any way to sell or market or make a profit from it, apart from the misrepresentation of its use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. The cat
So
was let out of the bag.
right.
And now we have
No,
generations of addicted people that can't live
generations that
without
just
painkillers.
can't get off it. These are the kids of parents who paid for their children to be looked after, and and 3 years later they're homeless on the streets. Just walking like zombies,
Yeah.
and no one talks to them to find out their stories because you all think they're homeless and they're a bit creepy and whatever.
Well,
Just
these guys are so messed up. They'll if you let them in too close, a lot of times they'll steal from you so that they can go out and pawn off whatever
buy,
your
buy more
PlayStation
drugs. Yeah,
5 so that they can buy more pills. Yeah, my
yeah,
area is a hub of the opioid crisis. Obviously, Purdue Pharma, who manufactured the original
Purdue,
cotton,
Purdue. Yeah,
they're local
that's
to
it.
here. They're in Connecticut.
Yep.
Tufts University, where I was a student, is the medical school that was influenced by the Purdue family donations.
Mm,
They had buildings named after them at Tufts,
mm,
and they somehow infiltrated the Tufts medical education to promote this zero pain sort of philosophy. Oh, a patient should never have to feel pain, and get
mm,
all these studies published that demonstrated, right, with bunny ear quotes, demonstrated that, OxyContin is not addictive somehow. I don't know
mm.
how the hell they did that, but I'd love to see how that
It's
study
terrible.
was put together. But no, you're right. You're right. And
Yeah,
it all, I didn't know that third molar extractions was like a leading,
that drove it. Yeah,
drove the
that drove it.
prescriptions.
That drove it in young people because young people don't have diseases. They're young.
Mm, mm.
They have impacted wisdom teeth and they're getting prophylactically removed, and they're all having it validated through this argument that you have to have them removed, rather than having treatments that fundamentally look at the entire body of whatever. If you've got impacted wisdom teeth and they're pathological, yeah, sure, you have to have them removed. But the prophylactic removal of wisdom teeth, that's an enormous argument in the scientific, or the dental scientific press, because of the health economic costs of that to a government that's offering those services through public health facilities. They'll say, what? We've got to pay for prophylactic removal of wisdom teeth? Why do we ever develop them? And that argument that evolution has caused it, or dietary change, that's the most ridiculous argument of them all. It's like saying we've all got white skin because we all live in houses and not going out in the sun. There's a very fundamental reason as to why we have impacted wisdom teeth. It has nothing to do with soft diets, and it has nothing to do with evolution. But
So
that's for a
what is it?
conversation as we. Oh, no,
No,
we've
I
got to
mean,
leave topics. We've got to leave topics. We've got to leave topics to discuss, right? You know,
okay, sure.